Oh, Meg and Milo, first of all, congratulations.
Thank
we
you.
are back for
Thank
Zombies
you.
2.
We are back.
Woo!
I'm excited about
Now,
it.
how does it feel reprising your roles as Zed and Addison?
Crazy. Me and Meg talk about it all the time. It's just like we're so thankful to have each other on this journey, but like we just always take a step back and look at how far we've come, and it's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And we're back, we're having a good time, and we're making another movie.
Yeah, woo!
Yes.
I mean, you made it. It's
Yeah.
like,
It's
it
true.
comes out
We made it.
in
It's
3
we're
weeks.
done.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
always say to each other, like, we did it.
We did it all
We
the
did
time.
it. That's what we always say to each other.
Yeah.
Now, coming back for Zombies 2, I feel like it's almost akin to summer camp.
Yeah.
Reuniting with everybody.
It's
Now, what was like
exactly like summer
reuniting, and then what was your favorite music in this new soundtrack?
For me, okay, the songs, my favorite songs change depending on like how I think about it. Like the
100%.
most emotional song is different than like the hypest song.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I enjoyed doing the most was Do It Like the Zombies Do, just because it's so like hip and fun and it's exactly what
Yeah.
I want to
It's
do.
a bop.
Yeah.
Like I
There's
heard, I was
so
like,
many bops.
I heard it and I was like, there's no way this is. It's
It's
incredible.
gonna be, you're gonna like it.
I like
but you're
the-
gonna like everything.
I like the duet that Zed and Addison sang called "Gotta Find Where I Belong."
Yeah, I love that one. Too.
It's like just really like, and then also I'm winning. Like okay, I wasn't like I
Okay.
wasn't a part of I'm winning, but when I watched the movie, like I was like, oh, it's a good song, whatever. But I watched it and I was
Really?
like out of my chair.
Yeah,
You
that
saw
makes
it,
me
like,
so excited. I just
I
wanted,
was
I
like,
wanted to know if you liked it.
oh, it's so good.
Hope everyone
I'm
else
winning,
likes
and
it.
it's so funny. It's so good.
Thank God we have Trevor Torchman.
Thank God.
He
Give
is
it
our
up to Trevor
MVP.
Torchman.
Let's clap for that one.
MVP.
Now, speaking of the song "Where Do I Belong," I feel like that's also a big part of what Zombies 2 is about. Like, you're
Yes.
both trying to figure out where you belong now that zombies and the cheerleaders and everybody in Seabrook is almost one in a sense before the
Yeah.
werewolves comes
Yeah,
to town.
for
No,
sure.
that's so true. I feel like with Addison, I mean, she now has her white hair and she's confident. She's her true self, and now zombies and humans are both doing cheer. And that was her ultimate goal, is like bringing people together through cheer. So she's doing that, but something's still not right, and she still hasn't found her place. She's not a leader of anything really, and she's still just kind of floating around. And she's helping Zed, and she helps everybody, but she's not really helping herself. So she's trying to figure out where she belongs in high school and like the pecking order.
Everybody's got something that you can learn from that character, and I think that Addison she's like the hero of this movie because she, like you just said, that you don't lead anyone, like you lead everyone. And the thing is, like, I think she feels so out of place, and she feels like she doesn't have a
Yeah.
pack. You know what I mean? She doesn't
She's
feel like
just
she
doing
belongs
everything
anywhere.
for everybody else.
Yeah, but she's fully. If it wasn't for her, Zed would have been like telling the werewolves to get out of Seabrook the whole movie because he's just so like afraid of them, and he's just so confused when they come, and he doesn't know exactly what to do. But she just keeps him grounded, which I love.
Speaking of Zed, you
Yes, let's talk
are
about
a
him.
little threatened when the werewolves come.
It's
and
true.
You have a competitor for
It's true.
Addison's affection.
Look, here's the deal. Zed's number one thing is that he loves Addison, and she's the most important thing to him. And when someone is gonna come in there and try to like get in the way of that, he's gonna be upset. And I don't think that it was ever the werewolf's intent or Addison's intent to give Zed the wrong idea. But I think that just the way that Zed perceives it all, he gets very scared and caught up in it, and it just hits him pretty fast and hard.
What advice would you give to Zed from how he's dealing with the situation?
Honestly, this is what I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna give Zed any advice, but Zed from the first movie would tell Zed in the second movie, dude, chill out, take a step back. This was you in the first movie. This is what happened to you. And Addison, thank God that he found her, and she was able to like fight with him, alongside him. And in this movie, she fights alongside the werewolves, and he gets threatened by that, and he gets upset by that. But I think that I would tell him to take a step back and look at the situation, and he would come to his senses by himself.
Well, you created an elaborate proposal.
It's
Which
true.
it was very cute
Yes.
watching that clip. Have you ever received a proposal yourself, or did you give one
Both.
to somebody else?
Both. We were just talking about this. I only had prom in 11th and 12th grade, and then in 10th grade I was asked by my friend Stella, and she got me a pizza, and in pepperoni it said prom ? And then last year in 12th grade I invited my friend Anna, and I we put like rose petals all over the floor, and we had like bouquets of flowers. I did it with my friend Walker, and we had them come into the theater. We were all dressed up in our suits, and it was like really well lit, and we like asked them. It was nice.
That's so
That's
cute.
so cute.
Yeah.
I have been asked to prom, but I was never able to go, so I've never been to prom before. But my first prom was shooting Zombies too at prom.
Hey, pretty good prom.
And
if
yeah,
you
so
ask me.
Milo was my.
And that was a pretty good ask, if you ask me.
Yeah, it really
I
is.
mean, come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, as you said, Addison has grown a lot more since we saw her in the last movie. She was a lot more shy, and I feel like in this movie she seems to come more into her own as a person.
Yeah.
And I know you've always wanted her to be so much of a role model to other girls about being more confident. Do you think she's accomplished that in this movie?
1000%. I feel like she accomplished it in the first movie. Like, she went on a huge journey, and she always knew what was right and wrong, but she didn't have her voice yet, and she didn't know. And, like, meeting the zombies, she realized, like, hey, like, they're embracing their uniqueness, and they're not afraid to show who they are, so, like, let me do that, too. And I think she definitely did it in the second movie, too, for sure. I think she's just a great role model for not even girls, but just everybody.
Yeah.
Just accepting people, and you can be scared at first and intimidated of like, oh, they're different from me, like this is a little weird, but it's just all about learning who they are and just talking to them, really understanding them. It's about acceptance, and I think Addison really portrays that really well.
Yeah.
Addison does definitely this movie accepting anybody who is different, no matter what they look like. We could all use a little more acceptance in our lives.
Yeah.
1000%. Yeah, no,
We
I've
need it.
learned so much from playing Addison. I feel like everyone, especially in the cast, like is just like Addison. Like we all just came together and like worked as a family and just had each other's backs, and so we're very accepting. Like everyone is just the nicest people. So we all are definitely like Addison for sure. But I think just being brave, like. She's like going to
She
zombie
goes out
town.
for
Like
it,
I'm
yeah.
like,
That's what
whoa.
everybody in the movie is somewhat accepting at some
Yeah.
point, but she goes the extra step.
She's
and
getting arrested. She's like,
yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
Addison.
She's the one
Yeah.
that's like, she encourages people to do things, and
Yeah.
she's the one that she asks questions and she goes for it as opposed to just letting it happen.
Of course. Yeah.
How would you say you're similar to your character, but also different?
I mean, like I said, I think I love learning about different cultures. Like, if my superpower would be learning every language in the entire world, so then I can just go everywhere and just learn about. I just think it's so interesting. Like, everyone lives such different lives. Even like you and me, like
And we're so close.
There's just traditions and that everyone has from their different cultures. It's just so fascinating to me. Like every time I go on vacation, I'm like, why didn't I grow up here? Like I want to live here. It's really bad. I get really obsessed.
I mean, that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing.
No, of course not. But and then also
Bad
how
because
we're
she can't live everywhere at once.
yeah. I'm just like, dang, I wish I was from
Yeah.
here. But I think what we're different is that she's just so brave and so confident.
please.
Come on.
And I've definitely learned from her. Stop. No, it's
This one.
no, but seriously, like I think she just really like takes action and she really like stands up for what she believes in. I think I do too, but she's just so confident and she's always just says what she's just very like stern and yeah.
She gets to the point.
Yeah, and the fact that she just like goes out there and just like puts everything on the line and she doesn't care, like you could definitely learn a lot from that.
Definitely. How about you? Are you similar? How do you
In
similar
so many
different
ways. Hopefully, I mean, so many times in my life where I think about Zed and what he would do, and I think that in the main way we're the same is that we go towards joy. We want it to be good in the end, and we don't want to cause any problems. And I like to think that I'm an optimistic person and outgoing. But I think it's just like the drive. Zed has the drive, you know what I mean? And I feel like the best part about every character is that they all know what they want and they're all gonna do whatever it takes to get there. And that's what I admire about Zed the most, is just his persistence and his perseverance. But I hope that I'm like him in many ways. I don't know exactly which
1000%.
ones, but I hope so.
The charismatic is definitely there.
I try.
I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah.
If you guys could play another character for a day, who would you be?
All right, we've discussed this.
Oh.
Okay, well, it depends.
Okay.
Because in the first movie, I would have said Bucky easily.
I still say Bucky. He's
But
so funny.
in this one, I just want to be Willa.
Yeah,
one
I also
time,
wanna be Willa too.
Because she's just so awesome. Chandler was perfect for the role.
She really is. And Pierce is perfect as Wyatt. And
The whole
Ariel
werewolf
killed
dynamic is
Winter,
just
so-
amazing.
Yeah, but Willa is definitely a powerhouse. And
Yeah.
like I feel like a lot of people would look up to her because she's just she doesn't
doesn't
take
take no
no
for an
visit.
answer,
No.
for sure.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Now, my last question before we get out of here.
Okay.
Because we are a TV coverage network.
Yes.
Who were you watching growing up on TV that inspired you?
We talk about this a lot.
Ready?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. High School Musical. That's what we
And
were
who would
gonna-
you be?
1, 2, 3. Troy. It's
Troy.
Yeah, it's
I was gonna say Zac
obvious.
Efron, but Troy.
Yeah, Zac Efron.
And then I would be 1, 2, 3.
Vanessa.
Yes,
I'm sorry. We're on different pages. We're on different pages.
Yeah.
Speaking of High School Musical, because it was so big and Zombie has become big for an entirely new generation,
Yeah.
Crazy.
how does that feel being a part of something so special that Disney Channel has created?
Incredible.
wild.
The fact that like Zombies is like some of the like the newer generations
Yeah.
like High School
Yeah,
Musical
it's so
is
weird.
insane because High School Musical was my entire life.
Yeah, it's true.
And the fact that like we have taken on the roles as like, you know, a power couple of
Yeah.
Disney Channel movies with the singing and dancing and
Yeah.
the fact that people are like watching like, you know, Zed and Addison's relationship and like really invested in it.
It's just
just
crazy
insane.
that we're even mentioned alongside them. Like
I
the fact that you even
know.
asked this question in like the
like
interview
Troy
is
and
crazy.
Gabriella. Think
Yeah.
about it.
It's Troy.
It's Troy and
Gabby,
Gabriella.
okay?
I mean, you're Zed and Addison.
Yeah, but
That just
that's
made my
crazy.
heart drop a little
I know,
bit.
I know.
Whoa.
Well, we're
We are
so
so
excited. We can't wait for Zombies 2 on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
I just love the tradition you guys have of Valentine's Day premieres.
Right?
Oh, yeah, it's
nice.
amazing.
It's nice. It's because of the love. It's all about the love.
I mean, we all need more love. Thank you guys so
Yes.
much.
For sure.